So, yesterday, I was awake. I left my house. Hazel called me. She wanted a valet key to the Lambo that Ray gave us. I went down to the red brick garage to give Hazel that valet key, and Manor was there. And they were goofing around. They started pressing Hazel. They were like stepping up on her, and I was like, "What the yuck?" And so I, you know, aggroed onto them, and we were both just yucking around, messing with them. Nobody really was mad. It was goofy. One guy started punching Hazel, so I punched him in the head. We de-escalated as quickly as it started, and Hazel was gonna leave the car there, so I told her not to because I figured they would probably mess with it. So she drove off with the car, leaving me there alone with Manor. I get surrounded by like 10 people on the Manor block in the middle of the red brick. They all start pressing me about being on their block, one by one, and it's still again silly, goofy, like nobody upset actually. They're not doing a very good job at pressing me though, so I'm making fun of them. And they're making fun of their own guys too. And then one of them starts like backing away and he hides around a corner and the guys noticed it and they called him out for it. And I said, I'll handle this. And I pulled my two knives out. I ran over to him, found out his name is Marlin, and I started pressing him instead. And all his boys were, clowning on him because he's getting pressed. And then James Malding comes behind me and he's like, uh, trying to get me off of this Marlin guy, even though I'm not going to do anything, right? I know I have my two knives out, but I'm not going to do anything to this guy. I'm just pressing him. I'm showing them how to do it. But then James Malding decides he wants to escalate, and he's like, "If you don't back off, I'm gonna go kick some pigs in Grapeseed." Naturally that rage baits me, so I turn around and I'm like, "You really just said that?" And he doubled down on it, and he said, "Yeah, and I've been doing it for a long time." So I yucking stabbed him in the gut, right? I ran immediately. I'm expecting to get shot in the back. I don't get shot in the back. I see them behind me chasing me with stuff in their hands. So I go around the block towards like the U-Tool or the whatever that is, Mega Mall. I circle around, get back to my club, get in my club, run past James Malding being loaded into a car. No one again does anything. I'm still being pursued by two guys. I get in my club. I leave. And then I feel kind of bad because I'm like, well, did I just make that weird? So I slow roll the block and I am like giving them every opportunity to do something. Nobody pursues me. I tell them, you better not catch, I better not catch you on my block again or something to that effect. And then I drive off and they don't pursue me again, even though there's like 10 of them there. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess they don't really care. It's not that serious. It ain't that deep. Some of them even seemed to expect it to happen when he said that. So honestly, I don't even think all of them chased me. So then a couple hours later, I go back uh to what I was doing and I'm like driving around. I get pulled over by some cops and I'm having a petty off with Lydia Vale. And we're on the phone together. I can't really do much other than just like talk to her. And I'm going through this traffic stop. And my car's getting impounded because I don't have a license. They pick up on it because Vale tattled on me. So I'm out of my car on foot. And from out of nowhere, the guy. Oh, I forgot to say, when I was leaving the block in my club, I did run over the guy that punched Hazel. But he was fine. He got up. He kind of made a sound and that was it. So I think that guy is the guy that I ran over. He runs up to my traffic stop where I'm just standing there, and he's like, "Well, well, well." And I look at him and I'm like, "Are you the guy I ran over?" Because, I was probably going to apologize to him. But he instead said, "No, you couldn't run me over if you tried." And I said, "You sure about that?" And I was joking. And then he doubled down on it. He was like, "You won't." And so I turned to Vale and the two officers and I was like, "I need to get back in my car because I want to run this guy over now because he's made it a game. He's instigated this." So I get in my car. Vale doesn't get off of my car, so she's like blocking me from doing it. I also can't pull a weapon out or anything because I'm on the phone. And so he's just like taunting me. He throws something at my car to further instigate and taunt me. So I get in my car, I kind of knock Vale off of it really gently, and then I go for him.
Just a
He
heads up.
jumps on some stuff. Yeah.
I'm Hazel, Raina, and Twinkles and Maddie are coming here.
Okay. So I try to run him over, like I try to bump him with my car. He gets up on some stuff, he hides from me. And we kind of play like a little cat and mouse game with him. And it turns out his name is John Joyce. And he's from the Manor. And he makes it all the way to the block with Vale because they got on a roof and I lost him for a second. So they ran all the way to the block and they were waiting for me because Vale was giving me directions, like low key on the phone. So I go over there and they're standing on that garage where they pull the cars out. And so I can't get to him still. And he's taunting me and he wants me to run him over still, but he's not letting me do it. And we're just kind of like bantering back and forth. Eventually, he jokes with me that I can't pull a weapon out, so I'm like, okay. And I get out of my car and I'm about to just start punching this guy, knowing full well that I'm probably going to lose that fight. Because I can't fist fight for yuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I am out of my car. I get up on the thing. I'm about to punch him, but we're still like talking. And then he knocks me off of the garage, tackles me, gets into my car. And then I recover. I get in my car with him in the passenger seat. And at that point, I'm like, okay, this is going to be kind of fun because now I can decide if I want to hang up and take him hostage if he drives off with me, or if I just want to stay on the phone and see what happens. I decide I want to hang up because Vale starts to panic as soon as he drives off with me because she knows that I'm going to do something. So he drives off and he comes to this realization as soon as I hang up the phone. And he gets out of the car and starts booking it on foot as soon as I draw my gun. So I chase him down in the street on foot and I tell him put his hands up with my hefty sewer pistol that's terrifying to everyone, right?
Yeah.
So he puts his hands up. I tell him I want him to do a truffle shuffle. He takes his sweet time about it, doesn't want to dance, so I shoot at his feet twice. And then I tell him to get in the car, and I take him to the civilian docks and I tell him that I want him to draw me a picture of a horse so that he can send it to Helen, because me and Helen are doing a bit where people draw me horses. I thought it'd be funny and a good way to like not hurt him, So he draws this horse, and while he's doing that, Helen shows up because she called me in the middle of it, and I invited her. She arrives. He shows Helen the horse, which is a really ugly drawn horse that's labeled Tessa's Ugly Yuck.
It's just Tessa's ugly ass.
Yeah, Helen points it out to me and tells me to look at it, but I don't want to put my gun away,
He
so
puts
I
it
tell
on Twitter
Helen.
too.
Yeah, I tell Helen to put
Yeah, I saw
a
that
gun
one.
on him so that he doesn't do anything crazy, because I don't know if he's got a gun or anything. I haven't robbed him. And so she holds him up for a second while I look at the horse. And I see that he's called me ugly in his horse with a gun to his head. So I'm like, okay. Now it's got worse, but I'm not actually gonna hurt this guy. So I tell him to get out of my car, and he's got to run home. And so he starts running, and me and Helen are just following him with our cars. And I'm mad that he's called me ugly, so I take a couple pot shots at him while I'm following him home to his block.
She never actually shot him.
No, I intentionally aimed to the side so that I wouldn't shoot him. And so the whole way home, that was what happened. He called Helen a name. I bumped him with my car once. That was it. He gets to his block. He jumps in the car with some of his boys. No one questions it. No one pulls guns on me and Helen. They run away. And I pull my gun and I do 2 pot shots as they leave. That's it. Then we get the yuck out of there and we go about our day. That was the extent of my interaction with this guy. Today, I found out that he went down to Steve's block and was saying he's gonna do something to Helen instead of me.
He went to Steve specifically.
This
and
is great.
Warned him and warned Steve that he was gonna come after me. And
That would have been a whole different thing, right? But then I get a call from a number I didn't recognize. And it was
to be
suspicious.
clear, even from the way he talked to Steve, Steve did not think this was serious. He was like, I mean, he might hurt you, but I don't think it, maybe he shoots me or we shoot each
Okay,
other's
so
tires or
not
whatever.
actual threat.
No.
Yeah,
the whole vibe the whole time is that it's clown shit. We'll
Silly,
probably
yeah.
shoot each other,
Okay.
but it's not I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't have to be
Mhm.
that crazy. But then I get a call from a weird number. I think it's an assassin thing, so I hang up on it because they're asking if I want to see kittens. But then a few minutes later, I get a call from Wendy's phone. But it's not Wendy on the line. It's John Joyce, I think.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, what the yuck? And I demand, first of all, to know if Wendy's okay because, I'm not going to negotiate if she's not okay. And he keeps calling me back while I'm scrambling to get things together so we can go save Wendy. And he's getting impatient and I'm like, well, I need proof of life. And so he has Wendy call me and she's scared, but she says she's okay. So I agree to go down there. And I was just gonna honestly exchange myself for Wendy. That was my plan. I didn't really have much else going for me. Helen and Party were watching from a distance. I drove up there. We informed Nate of the situation. As soon as I arrived, I circled the scene a couple times just to see what's going on. They had Wendy kneeling in a puddle of gasoline.
What the
He
fuck?
was next to her with a gun, with another guy watching her with a gun as well. He told me this is my fault. And he poured gasoline on her again. And then I asked him, I was like, what does Wendy have to do with this? We don't have to go this far. And he said, you did this. And then he told the other guy to shoot the gas. And that's what happened. And so she went up in flames. I opened fire immediately. But I didn't have enough bullets. And they got away. And I got Wendy to the hospital.
Okay. How is she?
She needs some skin grafts, but she's resting and she's okay right now. She lost a lot of her skin from it. But he called me afterwards to taunt me again on the phone, and he said, that's what you get for harming me. And I was like, I didn't. and he just didn't want to like talk to me, and he hung up. I told him the time for banter was kind of over because like
He heard one of us.
if I'm gonna goof around with them and they're gonna do that, I no longer want to goof around with them.
Yeah. So that just happened?
Just happened.
Yeah.
What I explained earlier happened yesterday,
Yeah, that I remember.
and then today was the Wendy stuff. And him
The
going
Wendy
to
stuff
sea.
like just happened. We just came here from the
Yeah,
hospital.
like
that
seconds
is
ago.
crazy. Okay, well, I think Tessa, you're getting the deagle. That's for sure. I have one more deagle in the car. I want you to have it.
They also stole her gun.
Wendy
Well-
can have the shotgun. I have one more shotgun in the car.
Well, how does everyone feel about this situation?
Well, I think I'm still I'm triggered about the whole putting out fire thing. So
Mhm.
I just want to kill them right now.
Okay. Anybody else want to speak up?
Like, I'm sorry that this happened, but like
You didn't know that they would escalate it like that. Yeah, like that was none of your intentions. You have nothing to be sorry
I
for.
fully expected them to escalate, but towards me and possibly even Helen. But like,
You even had that talk yesterday, man.
I'm sick of this, man.
Well, Nate.
What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, Nate. What were you thinking? Because you joined up with us after.
Just gonna see what Wendy wants to do, and that's all.
That is true too.
Okay.
I feel like I'm not gonna lie. When I see them, is it okay if I like? If they say something, I'm shooting.
What are you asking?
Well, because it might cause more
I'm asking
harm.
who. Are you asking me?
No, general, the clowns.
I mean, if I'm with you, and you get in a shootout, I'm shooting with you or I'm going down with you. But at the same time, I think we need to be smart about this because this could quickly turn into group-on-group warfare. Like very
Yeah,
quickly.
we also need to be on the same page. So I don't want to do anything that you guys don't think would be smart. But right now, I'm pretty
also-
mad.
I think
also-
Wendy gets to deserve to have a say in what happens, and
Okay.
that's what I wish had happened with Hydra and me and Hazel.
Mhm.
And I'm not gonna do the
Yeah.
same thing to her.
Okay.
Then
If she
I'd
wants to go
say-
shoot them, I'll go shoot them until she
Yeah.
feels better. And if she wants to go kidnap someone's wife and brainwash them, then we'll do that. But Wendy's the one who got hurt.
You know what? Yeah, you
I'm
guys
in
are right.
agreement on that too. As much as I would like to go and like skin this guy,
We're
I
waiting for
am
Wendy's
down to
sake?
wait.
I hope she elects for skinning him. But yeah,
I gotta ask, Twinkles, Raina, how you feeling about this whole thing? Both of you. Got any thoughts?
Not really. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It was clown yuck, and then it was not.
All right. Well, we'll see what Wendy thinks then, and then we'll figure it out then. But
is
if
that
anything
okay with
else
you, Nate?
goes down, then we'll see when it happens.
Who needs guns?
I have one.
I still have mine.
It wasn't even clown yuck. It was me yuck. I was just being
I'm
an
gonna be
idiot.
honest, John Joyce is an escalator. Like he goes full on.
It's
Mhm.
such an insane escalation. I almost don't even want to engage with it. It's fucking psychotic.
Like we gotta be careful on who we're dealing, like
Mm-hmm.
who we do stuff with. Because like half of Manor, they're cool, but the other half they just like go full on.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Doesn't really matter
yeah,
anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Now, I mean,
Yeah,
if
well,
Wendy
yeah.
goes and says she wants her get back, you're making sure she gets her get back.
Party anarchy style.
Mom, can I give you the deagle I have?
If you want to, that's fine.
Yeah, I want you to have it. I mean, you can also have a shotgun, whichever you prefer.
You guys take me back to the hospital, please.
Yeah, I think we can. Is that everything we wanted to talk about?
We're all on the same page if we're waiting for Wendy, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, Wendy gets to decide.
Okay.
But obviously, like, if someone attacks you, like, defend yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's another story.
And until then, just don't fucking,
Yeah, just be
you know,
careful, I guess.
not
I
chill, they're
didn't
not
think
friends.
it needed to
I
be
know.
like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Let's get Nate to the hospital.
Maybe drop.
King of the clown show, haze in my blood. Every plan I make, leave the block in a flood. Slip out of cuffs like they ain't even locked. PD, catch me once, then I'm already dropped.